welcome. Welcome to Bay Focus. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Always a privilege to come into your home and share what's going on here in the Central Florida communities and how organizations and ministries are just meeting the community need. And we have some very creative ones to highlight today. A brand new one we're going to talk to just a moment to us is called the Answered Prayers Project, which you'd love that name to start with. But they are not new. They've been going for 10 years, but we just heard about them for Bay Focus, and you're going to get to today as well. And then back with us a little bit later in the show, also celebrating 10 years of ministry, is First Touch Mission. And they do incredible work with women transitioning out of prison and helping them get back acclimated into life and what they all provide for them. Well, we're going to find out more what's going on there. But we're starting today with the Answered Prayers Project, and we have with us the founder of this, Elizabeth Bunbury. Elizabeth, welcome.
Oh, welcome.
So much. You know, our viewers are probably wondering what is all this on the table. They have to wait and watch to find out. In just a moment, we will share. But tell us, just give us the explanation of what Answered Prayers Project is and how you started that and why.
Well, the Answer Prayers Project started 10 years ago on my 50th birthday because I wanted to give back to all the women who'd made a difference in my life, because every one of us has a journey and every one of us has a story. We're so connected by social media, yet so isolated in our lives, and especially when something is going on. I had been married for 18 years to an abusive alcoholic and thought, you know, that I was the only one going through it because we were one of the pillars of the community. How do you talk to anybody about it? Yeah. And, you know, when everything fell apart and, you know, God came into my life, I just learned that I had to lean on Him. But it was, you know, as I said, I was turning 50, I was divorced. I had to figure out how I was going to restart my life, and had a birthday party to celebrate. And had met somebody who was a potter, said, come see what I do. And I'm looking at a slab of clay going, I don't know what to do with this. And I wanted to make party favors. And I made my first cross. And that birthday, there were 110 crosses. And as, you know, as gifts, and as people walked in the door, I said, thank you for calling. Thank you for the phone, you know, for the meals you made, for picking kids up for soccer, all those random acts of kindness that we do that we don't realize how important they are. Yeah. And there was a woman, she came in about 10 o'clock, and they were telling her the story, and she walked up to me and she goes, Elizabeth, I used to be a devout Catholic. Something happened. I'm agnostic. I don't want one of your crosses. But I heard God speak to me for the first time in my life, and He said, sweet child, this is the moment. Little did I realize what that meant. I just knew that, you know, that this had been right. Saw Julie the next day at the gym, and she goes, you know, last night, every time I went for a glass of wine, there was this little blue beaten up cross that kept calling my name. And I'm like, I think it was the wine, but we'll go with the cross.
Cross sounds good.
And she said, but this morning as I'm drinking my coffee, holding that cross and talking to God, I said, obviously you're not agnostic. You've just confused people with your faith. But I'd love to hear your story. So it took us about 3 weeks to finally sit down. And, you know, she said to me, she goes, you know, I want what you have. And I'm thinking of the chaos in my life and, you know, just everything that's been going on. And I'm like, what do I have? And she said, you've got peace. I said, no, I've got God. And it started as slowly as that. And we just, you know, people started coming into the studio to make these clay crosses with us that were going through tough times in their lives.
Yeah, okay, while we're there, why don't you hold up, because there's a significance in how they made them and what the point was when they were making them.
Well, the whole thing is it's all about reconnecting women with each other in community, because we've gotten so isolated and so far away. So if you come to our studio in St. Pete, you actually get to work in clay and you make the impression. So it looks like this. Then it's fired. Then I travel all over the United States. I've been out to California, I've been up to Minnesota, Michigan, and I take them and they look like this. And I say, God knew you long before you were ever born, every hair of your head and every step of your journey. But it's your life experiences that add the color. So the second group paints them. So then they come back, we fire them again, and then they look like this.
Wow, it's
But
beautiful.
the third group then finishes them with a mustard seed, for the mustard seed of faith you pass forward, and numbers them, because the idea is its journey begins when you get it for the first time.
Wow.
Because when you get one of these, what it's telling somebody is, I heard you.
Yeah.
And I value you. And while you're going through this time, know that you're not alone, that God's with you. So in the last 10 years, we've done 45,000. They've been registered in all 50 states and 30 countries around the world.
Do you give them away, or this is part of what you're selling?
We sell them. We give them away.
I want to show this one too. That is so.
Well, this
so
one
creative.
is one of mine. My cat.
Oh, I love that.
Well, I had a cat, and Forrest died 2 years ago, and he was just my life. So each piece, so we do butterflies, we do houses, we do hearts. It used to be just crosses. And one day the school system called us in because it's just art therapy. That's all it is.
Art therapy, yeah.
And for the soul. And you can't take crosses, but we could take hearts. So we started taking hearts. And then we started doing butterflies. We started doing other things because when people are hurt, a lot of times they're angry with God with what's going on in their lives. So you don't want to push that down their throat. You want to love them.
Yeah.
So we say it's not about what piece you make, but it's about the piece that happens when you make it.
I love this. Okay, so are these? And you may have answered it, and I missed it. But do you start? Is this something that you're teaching skills to women too, also for them to use to market the material?
No, this is just
strictly therapy.
This is totally about. We do old-fashioned potlucks. You bring a dish to share and a willing heart, because Jesus always fed people. So twice a week, twice a month, you can come to our studio, and we just have open studio. You bring a dish to share, willing heart, and we make the crosses and hearts and whatever. We also host private events, so people book us, and they have parties there, weddings, wedding showers, birthday parties, and things like that. So we do a lot of private events.
And this is where you also get an opportunity to talk about the Lord and talk about and share and minister to people. All right, while we still have a few minutes, what are these other things we're seeing?
So this here is a year ago, God just all of a sudden said, okay, you've done a great job. Now it's time to really make a difference, because people would come to us for help with rent and electric. Women don't want to hand out, they want to hand up. So all of a sudden God said, no, 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 you need to create a product that you can sell that will then support women in transition, helping them get back up on their feet again. So we started this program. It's called Sewn Together, but our signature piece is the Welcome Home pillow, because we all want that feeling of welcome home, of how it feels. Yeah. The idea is go to real estate agents, say next time you sell a house, you're looking for that unique gift, why not a Welcome Home pillow, welcoming your family to the new home, made by women struggling to stay in theirs. So we've created a 16-week work readiness program that low-income women living in shelters are coming to us, and we're teaching them how to sew, because experienced seamstresses are needed in our county. We are working with CASA, Pinellas Hope, Enterprising Latinas.
You partner with other groups.
We partner with other organizations because they are doing great things, providing shelter, food, counseling, resumes, I mean, all that kind of stuff. We're just giving them the next step, the opportunity to learn a skill that then they can go out and create their own income. After they've graduated, they get their sewing machine. They can either take it and be done, or they can circle around and become work for us and make the products that we've developed, or if they've decided in the process that they've got a product that they love, that they want to make, we'll help them market it, or they can go work for a manufacturer.
You know, I want you to take this opportunity to share too, we just have a few minutes left, how our viewers can connect with you and what you could use help on in coming up now in the months ahead. And but man, I'm thinking you have touched so many lives, all in 10 years doing this. How that you've started out with just you and almost your own personal need, and going into this. Tell us how our viewers could connect with you, and then what it's meant. If you can even think of one story of somebody on how it's changed their life.
Well, it's giving people hope. So what you could do to help us, how you can reach us is go to theanswerprayersproject.org. We are always looking for donors, but we also need fabric, we need clay, we need volunteers. I mean, it's all about connecting people with each other. And I think that's the most amazing part is in one of our sewing groups, we had a woman come in to volunteer, and she just looks just like you and I. And she was working with the women, and one of our women went up to her and said, "So, what'd you go to jail for?" And we just all started laughing because we all are women. Yeah. It doesn't matter where we are or what we are. And Janet's like, well, I haven't yet, but
you never know.
You never know. But nobody would know. Nobody knows the labels we are.
Yeah. And
we've got to stop living the labels and start being people again.
And you just see that
individuals.
And you see this. people's lives change, and they're just, I just think what you have here, not only sharing the love of Christ and this time together, but just the community, the sense of community developed when these women come, and you have this, starting out with you just making these things years ago, now you have this facility and other people coming in and utilizing that. We're going to give people another look now at what you do with Answered Prayers Project. But Elizabeth, we flew through this. We're going to have you back because there's so much more to talk about, and doors that God is opening for you, and things that are happening with these sewing projects. And I love the picture of the woman holding up her project, the different things that you're doing. But I think it's going to mean a lot to our viewers right now to just kind of get a look at the overview of where Answered Project started. And you're going to hear from some of the ladies in this video. So thank you. Go ahead.
This video is done a month before this program, the sewing program, came together. So this is
there's more. There's more to come.
Mm-hmm.
This gives you the basics, but we're going to have more information on the sewing project in the months ahead. Thank you, Elizabeth, and you want to watch this video right now and stay tuned. We've got more Bay Focus coming. Let's take a look at Answered Prayers Project.
Our whole ministry, our whole vision is changing our communities one woman at a time, because Jesus always healed one person at a time.
I would not be 22 months sober today if I did not have Answered Prayers. It never fails that when I find something out that's devastating or traumatic in any way, God puts me here, because He knows this is where I need to be. This is my safe place.
Not only is it about giving away the crosses and the hearts, but coming down here and fellowshipping with people that are like-minded, and maybe they aren't like-minded. Maybe they don't even know Jesus and what He's done for you, and maybe you could share that with them. And there's so many different opportunities here that Elizabeth has created within the Answers Prayers Project, that there's something for everybody to do.
You get to give crosses to other people, and it like just transfers like what you love, like Jesus and Christ, to other people so that they can grow in faith too.
It's not easy when you're on a journey, when you're recovering from something, when you're recovering from someone, or recovering from yourself, but you can come here and build with clay, and build with others, and build with God.
It's a reflective time. It's a time to make new friends. It's been a time for me to bond with people that I may never have met before.
Being here is like being with my family.
We all need to slow down. We need to stop, we need to talk, we need to be able to share life with other people. Sometimes we get so caught up in our own stuff that we forget there's somebody across the table might be experiencing some of the same things.
I can't imagine my life without it, honestly. It keeps me going, and however long, Answered Prayers is around, they're stuck with me.
One thing I hope people take away is that they've been heard and that they are loved.
Wow, I love organizations and ministries like Answered Prayers Project. Wow, they are really, really helping a lot of people. And speaking of helping people, we have another great ministry to highlight today called First Touch Mission. And if you've been watching Bay Focus for any length of time, you've seen them before on the show, but they have a very, very big, exciting time, and it's of God's blessing to celebrate. That's 10 years of ministry. Whenever you can make it a decade in ministry, believe me, that's God's blessing. And we have with us today the founder of First Touch Mission, Barbara Stepanik, and she brought along with her Kathleen, Turley, and April Black Spears. Thank you, all three of you. All of you have been on Bay Focus before, but you stayed connected with First Touch Mission. And we will talk to Kathleen and April in just a few minutes, but I know we have new viewers, Barbara, so fill them in on what First Touch Mission is.
Sure. First Touch Mission is a transition home on the grounds of Calvary Baptist Church. My musical partner that used to go into the prisons with me, and we found out through prayer requests with them that women were terrified of being released because there wasn't any transitional programs for them. And they also were terrified because 75% of them had children that they needed to raise. So we saw this as an ability to do a generational change, to take these moms and change them so that they can role model for their children, you know, that life can change.
Yeah.
And so we have this transition house, and we started in July of 2008, and this will be our 10th year.
That's yeah, and there's a number of women that have come through there.
Correct.
And when you say that you help them transition, detail that for me. What are the needs and how do you meet them?
Multiple needs.
Yeah.
Medical, dental, eye vision. That's all free for them. We have a house. They do not pay rent. They have to take whatever they can make in their employment. They have to take that and they have to put it in a bank so that when they get ready to leave, they can have enough money to get an apartment. It's very difficult for felons to get apartments. And it's very difficult because most of them haven't had electric before, water before, so they have to pay extra amounts. So they need a good bit of money when they leave. And so we provide the housing. We provide, obviously, the most important thing, and that's God.
Yeah.
We really believe that the Bible is the guidebook to life. And a lot of programs have this step and that step, and we have a one step. It's Jesus.
Yeah. So it's definitely faith-based program with a curriculum that's biblically based. All right, I want to talk to the ladies now. Kathleen, tell us a little bit about your story and your graduation.
Oh goodness, well today actually marks the 9-year anniversary of being released from prison.
Wow.
So I graduated from the program in 2010 and it's been an amazing journey, little bit of a roller coaster. I mean, as you can imagine, as a young Christian, it's often difficult to stay the path that God has laid you on, you know, a little
What did
swerve
First
to the
Touch
left.
Mission do to help you? What did it mean to you?
It meant everything to me, everything, because, you know, my journey with the Lord started while I was incarcerated, and I knew I did not want to go back to Jacksonville, which is where I'm originally from, because with the best of intentions, if you don't have some support and some guidance, chances are you're going to end up right back where you started from. So they just meant everything to me. They brought me back into relationship with my family. A year ago, I was actually reunited with my daughter that I had placed for adoption as a baby.
Wow, that's huge.
And yeah, I now have my 13th grandchild due in the next 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
So it's been
full
really
circle. God
exciting.
just mended every bridge.
Absolutely.
Brought you in for the help of First Touch.
Yes.
And tell me, April, a little bit about your story and graduation. I know.
Sure. My name is April, and I graduated from Hope House in 2011. I went there with. I now have friends and people I can trust and call if I have any issues. They give me great wisdom on different ways to handle different things in my life, so I make the right decision. I gained custody of my 2 children back at the age of 7 and 9, and now they're 15 and 17.
Wow.
And I obtained employment, which I've been promoted several different times. I travel and I give presentations to dealership groups on how to grow their business and drive revenue for service and sales. And I just recently got married.
Wow, that's full circle. Yeah.
Got married 2 years ago.
Awesome.
To my husband Steve, and I'm happily married, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity that was given to me, and I had to obtain my driver's license as well. So there was a lot of struggles and a lot of hoops I had to go through. But with the 5 mentors from the church that were part of my team, helped me get through all that.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
They gave me the guidance, and they gave me the tools, and they gave me just the direction and just the advice, and it's the most amazing program ever. And when I was getting released from prison, it was either go back to my abuser or go to Hope House, because they pick you up at prison.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I didn't know until a week before I was going to get released if I was accepted. And it was
Down to the wire. Like, God, please.
and when I heard I was accepted, I just knew I had to break free of everybody I used to know. Everything I ever knew before, I had to break free and just start over.
Well, you know, there's a few things that come to mind, Barbara, when I'm hearing this. To start with, when they come to Hope House, when they come to First Touch Mission, do you have to, you know, I'm thinking that there was some serious baggage, you know, coming in, things that had to be fixed, things that had to be worked through or whatever. Do you have to win their trust? Do they have to, like, how does that?
Well, it's interesting because when they come, they're almost overwhelmed by the love that they receive. Each woman has 5 other women who mentor them, 5 women from the church, who commit a year of their life to be mentors for each woman. So it's a 5-on-1 discipleship. And part of that is most of these women don't like women. They've been around men. And so having these women love on them unconditionally from the very beginning is overwhelming for them.
Yeah.
But it also does help gain the trust that we need to have with them. And I try to teach them 3 things. You can't make a bad decision if you answer these questions correctly. Could it hurt you? Could it hurt someone else? Does it honor God? And if you, and even in life, even in my life,
Well, those are good.
they're good. Actually, they're from Paul, so I wasn't the originator.
You could live by those.
Yeah. So the team of 5 women discipling them, and it's not a. One of the things that I have a difficulty, but I'm a psychiatric nurse. In psychiatry, you see a therapist once a week for an hour. What do you do with the other 6 days and 23 hours?
Right.
And being in therapy and having done therapy, you know, it's the next day that something blows up, and then you have to wait a week till you talk to your therapist. They can pick up a phone anytime and call one of the 5 women. They actually choose a go-to woman, one that they really feel connected with, and that woman agrees to be available 24/7. So this isn't an easy ministry because we've had a lot of women go through but never complete the program.
Yeah.
All the women.
Which was the length of the program?
It's a year.
Good solid, okay.
Although, if in April's case, because she had her children back, we wanted to help her with that. We brought her children into the home, and they stayed a little bit longer for that process. And we will do that for anybody.
Wow. That's a different side of it. We're bringing the family in and the children.
I had lost my children twice, and I was very grateful for the opportunity to regain custody.
Yeah. Okay. When you're looking at new candidates to come in, Barbara, and how many can you house at a time, and how do you select? What's the selection process?
We only house 2 at a time. Yeah. We need it to be a really personal, intimate relationship. And my prayer is that other churches would do the same thing, just 2 women. And if enough churches did just 2 women, the recidivism rate would drop exponentially.
Yeah.
So what we want to do here is we want to let people know that felony is a lifelong sentence. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
And that our women who have gone to work for employers, our employers always say, can you clone them? Because we have 5 women holding them accountable all along. So we want to know before the wheels fall off if there's something that needs to be done. And then we go to the Bible. And we say, what does it say in here? What did Jesus say?
Yeah.
How did he handle that? What scripture can you use daily? And I think that April even had one that she wrote on.
Jeremiah 29:11.
That she wrote on a mirror. So that she could look at it and see it every day.
And mine was Philippians 1:6.
Yeah.
So you really want to do the in-depth, just 2 at a time. So you're going to be a little select. Make sure these are 2 that can exist in that environment. So there have to be some referrals,
We let God do the selecting. Actually, we ask for women to come to be on a team, and then the woman herself has to pray for that team, to come. After that, if they don't get a team, we can't take them because we know it takes 5 women to disciple one.
Okay, that gives us the good overview, and we just have a couple minutes left. Now, this is where I want you to share with our viewers what they could do to help First Touch Mission. 10 years, that's just an awesome. And I've watched some of this unfold since I've had you on for so many years, and how the times you've sought God to make sure you're getting it right, that it's done right, that everything is honoring Him, and you have. So how can our viewers help you?
Well, they can pray for us. Probably prayer, we've realized that answered prayer is just amazing, and we really see it happen on a daily basis almost. They can donate. Our website has a place where you can donate. If you're a shopper, Smile Amazon, you can put us in on there, and we get part of the proceeds from there. But mostly we want people who really want to come in and really want to dedicate and minister. We're a mission. We go into a different country with a different language, believe me, and a different set of culture and diversity. So we want people who really want to come in and say, I want to be part of this. And what happens is those team members become mentors for each other because we all do life.
All right, that tells it all. Thank you all for sharing your stories too. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite. This is an incredible ministry, and stay tuned on the screen. You're going to see once again how you can contact First Touch Mission, and I can definitely vouch for this. This is a great ministry and has a great track record. So let's take a look how you can contact them, and we'll be right back. Hello, I'm Darlene Greenlee, and I want you to make room in your schedule each week to tune into Bay Focus. We are going to highlight local events, ministries, concerts. Reporter Brooke Larson goes behind the scenes at some of those concerts and talks to the music artists, local pastors, ministry leaders. Tune in each week. I'll see you on the next Bay Focus. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's program. You can't get any better than an Answered Prayers Project. Boy, what they're doing, that we showed you early in the show, to help women in need and for art therapy and sewing, really, really awesome. I know you can help them. And then also First Touch Mission. This is their 10 years of operating, and they could use your help as well. And so appreciated that you tuned in today. Connect with us on social media, and we will see you next week on Bay Focus. May God richly, richly bless you.